Hi, my name is Rachel Ball, and I'm going to tell you about India. That is the country that I did research over. It is located in southern Asia, and it is considered to be in the Commonwealth of Nations. It is a very unique and different country. Their culture and way of life is so much different than that of America or that of a lot of different countries as far as that matter goes. They're a very family-oriented country, and they believe that family comes first over anyone or anything, and they believe that that's just their way of life. They don't know any different. As in India, many family members will live together in the same home, and that's not odd to them or strange. That's the way they were brought up. They were very close-knit, family-oriented country. That's just the way of life over there. Their culture, as far as their culture goes, their culture is mainly based on religion. Religion is the way of life in India. Every different brand of person has their own religion, and everybody practices that religion every day. They find time, they set time aside, they do their prayers, they do their rituals, and everybody does them differently, but they do get them done. Some will use candles and incense a fancier way, and others will just set time aside and just with a few words, but it does get done every day. Another very interesting fact about India is India has arranged marriages, and that is where the mother and the father choose who their daughter is going to marry, and the daughter doesn't have a choice. She has to marry this man, and they pick this man on the castes and family history and things like that, such as the same occupation, their family history, where they've come from, and then they have the wedding, and the wedding is usually a process of about 2 days, and after all those ceremonies and rituals and everything like that, and then after the marriage, it's not uncommon for them to have a baby within the first year. That's usually about the time frame of having the first baby. And in India, it's actually illegal to know exactly what the sex of your baby is going to be, because many people want their name to live on in India. They want their family name to live on. So if they found out they were having a girl, women were getting abortions and they were killing their babies because they wanted the name to live on as well. And so now they finally made it illegal to do so. And then although arranged marriages, they still take place in India, but as time is going on, as time moves on, it's not coming uncommon for women to turn down a man that their mother has chosen, or for them to even have maybe a little bit of say-so and who that they want to marry. That's not uncommon these days. It's becoming about more and more. And let's move on to the types of foods that they eat in India. Many Indians are vegetarians, and that's due to their religion. Not all, but some. And that diet consists of mainly vegetables and rice. They're very keen to special spices and herbs, and they get that from many different countries as well. But some of these spices and herbs we've probably never even heard of over here in the United States, but they're very known for that, and they have a very good cuisine. And then the Indians that actually do eat meat, the most common meats that they eat are chicken and lamb and fish, among other meats. Those are the most common. And many Indians don't even know how to prepare meat, which we would probably think is pretty odd over here. But over there, that's their religion, and that's what they were born into, so they don't know any different. Let's talk about the women in India. Most women in India wear clothing, like sheet-like clothing that they drape over their bodies. In India, it's very disrespectful for a woman to show certain parts of her body, and they just don't do it over there. They don't do that. And then there's also the role of women in India. It was, back in time, it was kind of like it was over here in the U.S. Women were not to be over men in any way, in any rule. And now it's coming about that women in India are actually, some very influential politicians, and many more keep coming and coming, and they're estimating that there will be more women on the board over there in India. let's move on to the business ethics in India. The way they handle business in India is very different than they handle business here. Indians are very, you have to gain your trust with them. They don't want to just do business with anybody. They want to get to know you on a personal level and also on a business level. They want to establish your trust. They are also known for the good guy syndrome. They don't like to say no. They will say maybe or possibly, and in India this usually means no. And just so you know that, also whenever you're scheduling a meeting in India, you need to schedule it in a letter, and then you need to call and confirm the meeting over the phone and make sure that the time and everything like that is right. But surprisingly, they're not very time punctual in India. If you're 10 minutes late, you're 10 minutes late, and they don't make a huss-fuss about it like they do here in the United States. I wouldn't suggest doing it, but they're not as time-oriented as the United States is. And whenever you shake hands in India, they don't shake hands. They put their hands at their chest and they bow their heads, and that is how they say hello, and that's how they greet each other, and that's the respectful way to do that. And you also need to make sure that you pronounce their names correctly. That's very disrespectful to them if you don't, as it would be for us as well if they were to come over here and not be able to pronounce our names. And now let's move on to the economy in India. Right now, India is a very huge country, and it's continuing to grow and grow. And as of right now, India it's sitting at about 1.13 billion people, and they're guessing it to be surpassing China in the year of 2030, as of they're estimating India to be 1.53 billion by the year 2030, whereas China is only estimated to be around 1.46 billion. That was a very interesting fact that I did not know. And as I come to a close, I hope that you all find India as interesting as I did. I hope that you learned a lot from my speech, and I hope that you all have a very nice day. Thank you.